what would my first 3 months in the company look like? Now, by them explaining what your first few months would look like and what they would expect from you, this should plant the seed in their head that you are joining the team. Now, this isn't some kind of magical question that's going to guarantee you the job or some kind of miracle worker, but at the very least, they're going to start to picture what it might be like for you to be in the company. My name's Scott. I am a tech recruitment agency owner based in the UK. I have 8 years experience working within the recruitment industry, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my tips on what questions you should ask at the end of an interview. So now we've done our intro, let's jump into the video. Now, as we get to the end of the interview, our prospective employers probably asked all the questions that they want to know about us and our experience, but now it will be our opportunity to ask them questions to find out what we want to know about the role and the company. Now, this is an area that tends to get overlooked. I know when I was earlier in my career, I didn't really give it much attention. So when people were interviewing me and they would say, "Scott, do you have any other questions for us?" I would say, "No, not really." Which, looking back at it, probably wasn't the best thing to do. But now with a bit more recruitment experience, I am able to advise my candidates a little bit better on what to ask at the end of interviews. So one question I would recommend everyone to ask, no matter what role they're interviewing for, is to ask if the employer has any concerns about them or their experience. The reason to ask this is it will give you the chance to overcome any objections that they have. So let's say I am interviewing for a marketing role and they say, "Scott, do you have any other questions?" I go, "Yes. Do you have any concerns about me or my experience?" And the person interviewing me might say, "Well, we're happy with your experience in general. However, we feel that you're coming from a different sector, so there might be a bit of a knowledge gap and you would have to upskill in some areas." By acknowledging the objection, we can try and overcome it. So we might say, "Yes, I understand changing sectors, there's going to be some things that I need to learn and where I need to upskill. However, as I have a passion for this industry, I can't see it being an issue." Or you might say, "I find this industry fascinating and I've been doing a lot of reading in my own time, so I'm very interested in getting into this industry and learning all about it." Hopefully by acknowledging the objection and giving something positive to overcome this should settle any reservations that they might have about you. However, they may not say there and then what concerns they have about you, so this won't really give you an opportunity to overcome that. This isn't ideal, obviously. Another question I would recommend to ask in an interview would be, what would my first 3 months in the company look like? Now, by them explaining what your first few months would look like and what they would expect from you, this should plant the seed in their head that you are joining the team. Now, this isn't some kind of magical question that's going to guarantee you the job or some kind of miracle worker, but at the very least, they're going to start to picture what it might be like for you to be in the company. Now, there are some other questions that you might want to ask in an interview. So you might ask the interviewer, what is your most favorite thing about working at this company? Or you might ask them, if there was one thing you could change about the company, what would that be? Now, either answer for these questions is going to be very telling on what their thoughts are and give you some insight into the company. At the very least, we're going to see if this is a place that we actually want to work at and help us in our decision-making process, should we get an offer or a second stage interview. Now, I'd recommend any other questions that you ask the interviewer are all professional and company-based, and try and stay out of anything personal. If you're currently interviewing at the moment, I hope this video helps you on your journey, and hopefully this will help you get your next role. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. Or if you'd like me to answer any interview questions which you may be struggling on, please comment below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, then click on my playlist, which should be somewhere along here. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.